whatnot show today. So we are going to pick some of the bigger orders and see how it goes. I think we sold around 400 toys, which is really good in about 2 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes. So a really good whatnot show here. And I'm going to show everybody what we sold today. Basically, everything you're seeing right here. These were all the medium items. And then down this table are the large items. So I'm going to set my camera down right here. I'm going to leave it alone because it looks pretty shaky. And that's what we're going to do. We'll pick some of the bigger orders out, box them up, kind of see where we are at. So I will be running back and forth. But the first order, the biggest order, is 16 items. And I probably need to check my sound, make sure everything is good there. So, first order, I'm going to print it out here. Let's see how big it is. Hopefully my sound's not horrible. Who knows? Let's just print this one out and go with it. See what we got. See where we're at. Why wouldn't somebody be calling me right now? Talk to the chat. I can. I don't go live a lot. So I'm going to decline this. But we're getting ready to pick out some orders here. See how it goes. I don't know what my brother's calling me for. Let's see what we got. All right. Biggest order was 16 items. We just got done with the show. And I'm not sure how the sound quality is going to be. If I can see the chat, I will talk to you. But we're going to start picking these orders out just to kind of see how it goes here. This is 25, which is this guy here. We've got 34 and 44. 34, which is where? 34, 44, 34, and 44. And what else do we got? 52, 56. I'm going to put my laptop up here. I'll be able to see everybody that way, right? 34, and what else? It was a pretty good whatnot show today. And if you follow the long form content, get ready because we've been really leaning into the whatnot shows here lately. I'm going to pull up the chat, everybody. Might put you all on the big screen so I can see what's going on. Biggest order today, 16 packages. Or I'm sorry, 16 items in the package. I think there's about 140 packages to do. So we will just see how it goes here. Hope everybody's having a good day today. And I'm going to try to get the chat pulled up so I can see it. Boxing up today's whatnot orders. Good times on the streets. How's the sound, everybody? Sound look okay? And it was a pretty good whatnot show. It really was. Went to the toy store and got an X-Shot gel blaster for $12.99. Awesome. Where am I at here? 34, 44. This will be 52. 52. This guy ordered quite a few items. He really did. And what else do we got? 56, 59. 56, 59. He got a wide range of stuff. He really did. I might put the chat on the TV. I'm going to put the chat on the big screen so I can kind of see what's going on here. If you've never watched any of the videos, we do a lot of long form content on the toy store. We really do. My brother just tried to call me. I wonder what he wanted. All right, back to what we were doing here. Hope everybody's having a good day today. And let me get the chat pulled up. It's going to be a long day of shipping. All right, now I got it. Hi, Jonathan. How's it going, buddy? Where are we at here? 52, 56, 59. I am getting old. I can't hardly see any of this anymore. 66. Pulling some whatnot orders. 66, 73, 75, 73, 75. This guy got quite a variety. It was a pretty good show today. It was a pretty good show. This will be 79, 105, 79. You kind of see it's like a bookshelf, right? If you follow the channel, if you watch the long form content, we've basically got it set up like a bookshelf. 105, 105. This would be 119, 137, 119. All the way back down here because we sold a lot of toys today in 2 hours. I figured it would be fun to show one of these boxings on the channel here. So we're going to pull the biggest box. It deserves more love, I know, but we're just a small timer trying to live in a big world. 155, 177. 155, and then we've got 177 and 213. What state are we from? We are from Illinois. We are the Overstock Toy Shop in Washington, Illinois, and we just got done with today's Whatnot show. We've been on Whatnot for about a month, okay? So we sold 400 items today, and we're up to like 5,500 followers on there, so we're doing pretty good. I'm going to get lost here. 155, 177, 213. 177 is all the way down here. 177. And this will be a 16 itemer, 213. So we can kind of see this guy got a wide variety of stuff. Is your brother making me do everything today? No, he had to work today, but I'm sure he'll be here. He just tried to call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 items on this big one. This was the biggest one of the day. On Sunday or Saturday, we had a 40 item box. And I want to see how this will look. I try to get everything kind of how it would look in a box. We will probably have to split this one. Probably have to do 2 boxes. We'll see. I'll see what an 18, 14, 12 does. The $5 day. So we won't be doing any more clearance sales or open box stuff for a while. We've got way too much going on with Christmas coming, with the Whatnot shows, and the toy store has just been crazy busy. If you guys want to check that content out, we make a lot of long form content on that. But let me try to grab a box for this. This is going to be the fun part. Seeing if we can get all of this into a box. Getting all of this into the box is going to be the fun part. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it all into this box. The big orders are always super time consuming. It always takes a ton of time to do these big orders. So let's see what we can do. Like I said, we'll go through a couple of these big ones together. And then it's supposed to be my day off, quote unquote. Which, if you run a small business like this one, there aren't a lot of days off going on here. And I love this bench. This bench is awesome. So we just got done with our show. I think we had our peak. We had about 150 people watching. It didn't really dip below that number very much, which is pretty good for a Whatnot show. So here we go. This is the boring stuff that nobody ever sees. the grind, I call it, the toy store grind. Taping boxes. Let's see if it'll all go in there. I don't know. It's going to be very close. It's going to be very close. If it all goes in this box, it'll be a miracle. And a miracle would be okay right now. How's everybody doing out there? You bought both of those. Hopefully you're having a good day. It is Monday. I know there's some holiday vibes going around. There's no way. There's no way this is all going to fit in there. Maybe. Actually, it might. It might fit in here. I might put this on top. Blockbuster game. Wow, that makes me feel old. Blockbusters used to be a cool thing. Oh, it might go in here. I can't believe this. All right, let's see. We're going to have to squeeze it in real gentle like. So that will go there. Maybe. It's going to be close, everybody. I know this is probably not the most exciting times. So we'll do this. I think it'll all go in there but the stuffy, honestly. I bet the stuffy's the only thing going to hold me back here. There's no way. Look at this. There's no way that all goes in there with just the stuffy. I feel like there's a way to make this work. There has to be a way. This is not good. Oh, it's so close. There's no way that all went in there. First order is done and it all goes in this box. I cannot believe it. Wow, that is a tight box. Nice. All right, the big order of the day is done. I should probably double check everything. I think I did. I did a pretty good job, right? Everybody double checked it when we were doing it. I cannot believe it's going in there. All right, that's nice. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. $16 was the biggest order. Everything else, it goes downhill pretty fast. So after 16, I think there's a 15, maybe a 14, and then it goes down into the like 8s. A lot of first-time buyers today, I think. And here we go. 18 by 14 by 12 box. And I'll tell you what, the war with the post office continues. We have been having a heck of a time with the post office here locally. They just don't want our packages. This box almost looks like it, like the side of it needs to come out or something. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Make sure you put enough tape on these things. Oh, I forgot to put the packing slip in there. Will it go? Come on, one time. One time. There it goes. All right, I'm going to tape this one up. It looks like it's about to explode on the edges here. How's everybody's Monday going? Pretty exciting, right? If you're sitting there watching me box up whatnot orders, it must not be too much going on. All right, first big box of the day is done. Put a little bit more tape on this thing. I cannot believe we got that all in there right the first time. It's crazy talk. We really like Whatnot. Whatnot has been a great thing for the toy store. It really has. All right, let me print off a label for this thing, and we will grab the next one. Man, that looks dangerous. That's a paper cut waiting to happen, everybody. It's a paper cut waiting to happen. I don't know why. It's like the side blew out or something. Who knows what's going on here? Really good Whatnot stream today. I was going to do a video on it, but we've dropped a lot. We've dropped a lot of Whatnot content here lately. And we need to do a toy store walkthrough sometime. It's been a while since we've done one. And I used about 28 pounds of tape on this thing. There it goes. I'm going to print the label. We'll move on. Here we go. Let's see if we get dinged on this. We shouldn't. We shouldn't get dinged on this. Sometimes you'll get dinged on these bigger boxes. All right, one label coming out. One box down, 133 boxes to go. That's a lot of boxes. And we have a Whatnot show tomorrow, too. Did that not print? We have a Whatnot show tomorrow, and it should be a lot of fun. Why didn't that print? Is this going to be one of those days? Yep, gonna be one of those days. The next one has, I don't know, it's really slow. Whatnot, multi-million-dollar company. They probably need to upgrade their website just a little bit. So that was the first big one out of the way, and I will grab the packing slip for the next one. Get it going. 13 items. That is not bad at all. That jumps down really quick, which tells me, I don't know. It doesn't really tell me anything. 13, that's a big jump. We go through a lot of thermal paper here. Get you a label printer if you're going to be doing Whatnot, I can tell you that. All right, the next one is 13. Medium 5, medium 6, medium 9. Medium 5, Spider-Man mask. Medium 6. Medium 6. Somebody picked up Harry Potter, eh? And medium 9. Medium 9. This would be Mr. Beast. Medium 12. This was somebody that was in the show early. Medium 12. Medium 12. Come on, get some smaller stuff. You always want to see some smaller stuff mixed in here so you can get it all in one box. Medium 27, medium 28. Medium 27. Medium 28. Medium 28. This will probably be a big box too. 27, 28, 38, 42. 38, 42. They have quite the variety going, everybody. Quite the variety. All right. 38, 42, 48, 50, 51. 48, 50, 51. I think these are super cool. These dioramas here, these Spider-Man dioramas are awesome. Did I say those numbers right? 48, 50, 51. 48, 50, 51. These things are cool. Look at that Sandman in there. He is awesome. This is really nice. 48, 50, 51, 60, and 65. So 65, 65, and what was the other one? 60. Oh, it's going to be that. Okay, never mind. All right. This should probably go into... I don't know if you'll need a big box for this. Yeah, you're going to need a big box. Okay. So these we ran as a 2-pack. These were BLDRs. We've seen a lot of BLDR stuff. But I think you're probably just going to need a bigger box. Again, I always try to kind of do it like this and say, okay, that's going to go in what size box. But I'm going to double check all these numbers. We really try to be accurate on our shipping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, that's what we got. 13. I think we're ready to go here. 60, 65, 9, 5, 5, 6. Where's 6? Where's 6 lads? Wait a minute. Why does this have 2 tags? This is 6. Somebody got that last show and canceled it. That's what's going on there. 6, 9, 12, 28, 12, 28, 27, 42, 51. Is this 20, 48? I think we got it. All right, I'm going to grab a box. Probably another big box. But quite a variety of stuff here. A lot of good stuff. We have a ton of boxes, but we go through a lot of boxes. We picked up Whatnot about a month ago, and I think we've sold like 4,000 toys through there. So it's been a lot. I don't know if this might be too big of a box. Yeah. We'll find out. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. I know a lot of people are off today. Unfortunately, I got to get this stuff done. The post office hopefully will be here tomorrow. It's the never-ending question with the post office. They do not like us. I've never been cussed at by the post office until a couple days ago. We're bringing packages to the post office. I think we're kind of overkill on this box, but maybe not. I'm one of those, I don't like to fight it. I don't like to fight trying to squeeze this stuff into 3 or 4 different boxes. This one was pretty easy. Like, my time is more valuable than trying to fight with the right size box. I think it's all going to go in here. It's still going to be close, even in this box. It's actually going to be very close. You can kind of see it here. Here is the box. There it is. I saw some chat there. Let me look. For some reason, my TV wants to switch off the chat. Not sure why. So be sure to check out the long form content where you don't hear me blab on as much, right? It's going to be edited. We skip all of this boxing stuff for the most part. Going pretty good, man. How are you? Hopefully you can get there. It's a lot of work. I don't think people realize how much work goes into what we do, how much time we put in. If this doesn't fit in here, I will probably not be a very happy camper. This is going to be close. Something's going to have to be rearranged. I don't want to jack up this Batman figure. So I think what we can do, something like that. But these we can split. They don't have to be together. You're afraid of work? So that's the one thing about having one of these small businesses like this. It's a ton of work. You have to basically live it. You have to be in here all the time. You have to live it, man. All right, look at that. All of these items went in there. Second biggest box of the day. Financial, do you mean getting the money together to do it? There were several times we were pretty close. We were pretty close to like, hey, we're in some serious money problems. We still aren't in the best shape. We're just like every other toy store. We're probably hoping for a really good Christmas, really good holiday season. Toy store it was pretty busy up until this month, and it's kind of that October pre-Christmas jet lag. All right, so this was the second biggest order today. It was 13 toys. We sold right at 400 items today. We did it in 2 hours and I think 15 minutes. So we are really bringing our units per minute. Oh no, I ran out of tape. Our units per minute has gone up significantly since we started. Let me get some tape. That's what you want. The faster you can sell toys, the better you are. It's not just toys. The faster you can turn over your inventory, get your items going, the better off you're going to be. And this was order number 2, 13 items. I'm going to grab the slip. And I guess I kind of show everybody the setup over there. I'm not a big fan of this little O-ring that I've got going here. We use it for our Whatnot streams. But I am going to use it to do the live today. I don't go live very often. So I usually just do the long form content. I do not go live very often because who wants to watch me box stuff up, right? So these are 18, 14, 12s. All right, so shouldn't need to adjust anything on these bigger boxes. They paid plenty in shipping. And I'm going to show everybody Toy Store 2.0. This is the back room of the toy store. If you watch the channel, you see it. It's kind of a mess, but I'll show everybody around real quick where all the boxes and stuff are. So this was the second biggest order of the day, and it was 13 items. And here we go, right here. We are going to throw it on, and I'll just show everybody around really quick. In case you've never seen how this is set up, I don't always put it in the videos, but I will show everybody all the boxes and things like that. So there's the boxes we use for our shipping. Here are some of the toys we're processing right now. Now these toys down through here were on today's show. So were the toys up there. And then here's stuff we are working on. You can kind of see the Gaylords back there. But this is Toy Store 2.0, the back room of the toy store. And that was probably really shaky. But we'll get back to it, okay? There we go. Let's pull the next order and take a look around. We've got 10 items, so it went from 16, 13, and now we're down to 10. So it dropped off really quick, which is okay, right? We don't want to work on huge orders all day. So we got 10 items. Yep, and it did drop off pretty quick. And we haven't seen any small items yet. It's all been bigger orders, right? So medium 116, medium 128. So here's 128. Drone, medium 116, way down here. It would be Pokemon. Now, of course, I won't do all this shipping. Tomorrow, we have 4 part-time employees that come in in the mornings and finish up the shipping. That's what'll happen. I just like to kind of pull the big ones to get them out of the way. 116, 128, 141. So 141. Uh-oh, I dropped something. Camera escape. 141. I'll get that here in a little bit. We have 166. Man, getting old and I can't see anything. 166, 198. So 166. And then we've got 198. And I think it's this. No, that's not it. 198. There it is. So Robert does a pretty good job of stacking these things up. And I am dropping them. 198. And then what else do we got here? 203, 207. 203. Somebody picked up the donut. Oh no. Somebody picked up 2 donuts. This is definitely going to be a big box. Then we go to the smalls, which you won't be able to see on camera, but I'll grab them. Small 20, small 94, small 96. So small 94, small 20, and small 96. So, because of the donuts, these will probably need a big box. We'll kind of see what we got here. I always like to lay them out. Probably need a big box. I'm going to go through these one more time just to make sure. Last thing you want to do is get all this packed up and be wrong. So there's 116, 128. There is 141, 166, 198, 203, 207, small 20, small 20, small 94, small 96. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yes, it dropped off really quick. And I will grab a box. I'm guessing this is going to need a big box as well. There's no way, right? Maybe an 18. I'm going to try one. I grabbed 2 different box sizes. I don't think they'll go in this 18 by 8. If you do this long enough, you will memorize all the box sizes. It might go in there though. The donuts are what's gonna kind of throw me off here. If you don't watch our long form content, we make a lot of videos on the toy store, the back room, what we got going here. I thought today we'd do something just a little bit different. You know what? These might go in here. This is going to be close. And again, I don't think so. I don't think so. Nope, there's no way. We'll go to a bigger box. I'm not going to sit there and try to mess with it. Doesn't really cost you any more money on these big orders. They paid the shipping. Whatnot does a pretty good job at the bundle shipping. At first, we didn't really get it, but they do. They do a pretty good job at getting things right. Now on the larger items, not so much. And we are also a little bit more selective about what we run. So if you're putting the wrong items in your auctions, the big items and the mediums and things like that, you're going to have a rough day. We're pretty good about picking which one goes with which now, which toy goes in which category. This will be 10 items. So this is the 3rd biggest order of the day. 16 was the most, just for a little bit of perspective. Last show, the biggest item count was 40. There were 40 items in one box. Well, one order. We split it into 3 boxes, but that's a lot. All right. Pretty big variety here. Lots of Christmas shopping probably going on. And that's okay, right? We're here to sell these toys. A lot of this stuff we got tons of. That's a good thing. And I talked about this in some of the long form videos. Whatnot really lets us kind of cut down that inventory that's been sitting around the shop for a long time, or we have a ton of. So as we can see, even with this bigger box, it's still kind of close. That's not bad. That's a pretty good one. So we probably won't need bigger boxes for the rest of the orders. And I'm going to get some bubble wrap. So knocking out the big orders before the shippers get started, it definitely helps them out. When they have to kind of go through and do the big ones, it slows them down. But we've got a pretty good system down now. I kind of talked about it in some of the videos. The one individual picks and everybody else just kind of boxes up, and it runs pretty smooth. It really does. And we'll see. I've got 250 packages waiting for me, or waiting for the post office for tomorrow. We'll see how that whole scenario plays out. I could show everybody those packages. It's going to be interesting. I always kind of do the shake test after I do my boxes. There we go. 1, 2, 3 orders done already. These bigger orders do take a little bit more time. I'm not going to stay out here all day. I'll probably finish a couple more orders, and then I just wanted to show everybody what it was like when we do these things. It's not the most exciting. We'll do one more together. This looks pretty good. Let me grab the generate the print. Generate the label, I mean. Ten items. $18, $14, $12. Again, no cost for this one. If you have enough big items, if you go over a cubic foot, it won't charge you there. Whatnot needs to upgrade their platform here. This is crazy. Ready to ship. Print. And that'll be basically the big one's done. The next one goes down to like 9. So that's pretty good. All right, there it is. Kind of the big Whatnot orders in the books already. First order, I was curious how you find cheap leasing rent. I tell you what, I wish I knew. We pay a pretty significant amount of rent here. I don't want to say the numbers, but it's pretty high for the area. We're kind of on. We're in a shopping center that's not full. It's only 70% full. There's a movie theater. There's a karate dojo, a Dollar General. But our rent is kind of expensive. My best advice would be, the thing is, you don't want to find something that you're not going to get any foot traffic, right? You want to find something where you're going to be visible, where people are going to see you. Otherwise, nobody's ever going to come to your shop. Unfortunately, that's one of the deals. Usually, you pay for locations. That's all real estate. You're paying for a location. And that's just part of the game, right? Yeah. What type of store are you going to open? Toy store? I'm going to grab some shipping labels, and I'll turn the camera this way. This is just our back room, by the way. This isn't the toy store. So I'm going to print out the packing slip for the next order, which it goes down pretty quick. It started at 16, then it went 13, 10, and we are already down to 8-item box, 8 items. And I'm going to do one more of these, and then I think we'll probably, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe go home. It's supposed to be my day off. We just did a show. We sold 400 toys in approximately 2.5 hours. We love Whatnot. It's been a lot of fun. And I imagine we're going to keep doing it, right? We had a partnership going with them there. And I'm hoping they keep that going. But we'll see how it goes here. These are all small items. And I'll show everybody where the small items are laid out. I usually don't use this tripod to move stuff around, but here we go. All right, small 8. This will be small 8. Small, I smell bacon. Small 29. Somebody got all these mini balls. Small 32. Skibbity toilet. This will be small 100, small 106. Somebody got the blind bag. Medium 217, medium 217, which is going to be where? Way down the line. Oh no! They picked up the Skibbity toilet bag, and I'm going to turn the phone back this way. Retro video games. I think that's a pretty tough business. I don't know a lot about it. Sorry about the camera bumping here. I think part of the problem with retro stores is sourcing. Where do you get your product from? That's what would scare me about a retro store. 244. Oh, goodness. Oh. 244. 256. Good Lord. 256. Oh man, they got a bunch of weird items. A bunch of weird items. Skibbity toilet. 217. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to double check all these. This will be small 8. Where did I put the tag on this? Good Lord. Small 29. 32. This will be small 100. Small 106. 256. 217, which makes sense. A lot of times you can tell. And this is 244. 244, the penguin. Very cool. Like I said, the only concern I would have with a retro shop is sourcing. Where do you keep getting your product? How do you keep your store full? This should all fit in here, but we're going to find out. Shouldn't have any crazy boxes after this. This one's just a little different. I'm going to guess that this penguin is going to have a tough time going in here. He might fit right there. Perfect. Wow, we're getting pretty lucky with our boxes today. Sell new stuff too, but the main focus is retro. I get it. Oh, you go around and do that. So that's another thing. It's always fun to go. It's always fun to go buy the stuff, and then you got to go. You have to sell it. Our thing with sourcing is time. It would just be really hard to go find everything, I think. All right, this is box number 4. This will be the last box we do. I just wanted to kind of show everybody how we do our boxing. I don't talk about it a lot on the videos, but well, good luck, man. I hope it works out. Keep dropping into the channel and checking us out. I try to post all the time, just kind of some behind the scenes, give everybody an idea of what's going on. It's a lot of fun having a toy store, but it's a bunch of work. A whole lot of work. It's pretty much with any successful small business, you're going to put a lot of hours in, but it's very fulfilling. There's something about being your own, making your own way. And of course, I've had a lot of help. I'm not saying I did it by myself. I mean, my brother, he's part owner. My mom's helped out a lot. My sister-in-law. So it's not, we've got employees, we got part-time people to help us out. So it's not just all me, right? Sometimes it feels like it. Let me get a label for this one. And I think we're going to call it a live stream. We don't live stream a lot, but it's a lot of fun. And that's probably going to be it. I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. I wanted to show some of the boxings of the Whatnot stream. So I will see everybody later. Until next time, okay?